Good morning, Taiwan, and thank you for sharing your day with us. I am Louisa here to keep you informed and entertained. 早安，你好，欢迎收看 Louisa 报报，每天给你最新奇、最有趣的新闻。First, the news regarding the wreckage of a Russian Sukhoi superjet plane in Indonesia last Wednesday, which is considered to be a massive blow to the nation's aviation industry. A Russian team of experts and the head of Russia's United Aircraft Corp have since arrived in Indonesia to take part in the investigation of the deadly crash that reportedly claimed the lives of all 45 passengers on board. 俄罗斯的苏凯客机在印尼展示飞行时坠机之后，现在除了还在努力搜救之外，这场意外也影响了客机的销售。原本要购买12架苏凯客机的印尼航空公司已经暂停购买。
The president of Russia's United Aircraft Corps, makers of the Sukhoi Superjet 100, arrives in Indonesia to meet officials and recovery workers. An unhappy-looking Mikhail Pogosyan pays close attention to the team of experts investigating the wreckage of one of his showcase planes. All aboard, said to be at least 45, died as the jet crashed in Indonesia's Mount Salak region during a demo flight. The aircraft was on a promotional tour to highlight Russia's arrival as a peer to Brazilian and Canadian regional jet makers. The Superjet 100 model is the first new civil aircraft developed in post-Soviet Russia and a flagship project for Vladimir Putin. While Russian teams focus on the cause of the accident, Indonesian officials are handling the grisly task of evacuating the victims' remains to Jakarta. A team of 5 Russian forensic experts is joining its Indonesian counterparts there to help identify the Russian remains. Andrei Kovalev, who heads the Russian team, said it would take some time to identify the different body parts they had received.
The Russian Federation is keen to work hard to speed up this process. Hopefully, we can finish it within 2 weeks.
Indonesia's Sky Aviation, due to buy 12 Superjet 100s, says the purchase is now on hold, pending the findings of crash investigators.
And you probably have had a dinner without lights before, most likely after a power outage. But now, through an awareness program, you can experience what it's like to eat in a pitch-dark atmosphere at a restaurant in Nepal's Kathmandu, served by the blind. 以色列大使馆与尼泊尔一间服务盲人的机构合作，推出了黑暗餐厅，提供一般人在完全的黑暗中用餐的特别经验，让他们体验当盲人的感觉。
In an effort to help promote welfare for the blind, the Israeli embassy, in cooperation with the Nepali Association of the Blind and the restaurant in Kathmandu, have set up a program called Dining in the Dark, providing a totally different dining experience for ordinary people to experience what it feels like to be blind. The temporary restaurant in the dark opened earlier last week and offers a completely unique and very unusual dining experience where, in a complete darkness, diners cannot see the menu, the food, or table, or cannot even see their companions, whether their eyes are opened or closed. There are even more surprises, as blind people are invited to serve as waiters in the restaurant and to cater to the anxious guests. Some customers said that the experience really opened their eyes in a different way.
I think that the other senses are more like you get more from the other senses. It's from the sense of taste and the sense of smell. And at the beginning, I was even scared because it's complete darkness. So it was something very new. But after you get used to it, it's very special, and you get to experience eating in a different way and conversing in a different way and being in a restaurant, not like just being maybe freer even.
नेपालमा यो नयाँ कन्सेप्ट छ जुन अब विदेशमा अब केही देशहरुमा चाहिँ यसले राम्रो स्कोप लिएको हुँदाखेरि यो पनि नेपालमा ट्राई गर्दाखेरि हुन्छ कि भनेर चाहिँ एउटा इजरायल एम्बेसीले चाहिँ नेपालमा यो सुरुवात गरेको छ हेरौं.
The Israeli embassy said that through the program they want to give people the experience of what it feels like when you can't see, even it's only for a short moment. And dining in the dark is open for the next 2 weeks at the restaurant.
And with the London Olympics just around the corner, the pressure is on for the athletes around the world, and especially for the ambitious bunch in China, who did the country proud in 2008 with 51 medals. Now the question is, will they be able to repeat comparable victory on foreign soil this time around? 伦敦奥运2个月就要举行了，各个国家的运动员也都在积极准备。大陆在2008年奥运中拿下51面金牌，今年他们又怎么准备面对这届的奥运呢？带你一起来看看。
China made history in 2008. As Olympic host city, they wowed the world with their memorable opening ceremony and managed to win a whopping 51 gold medals. But is the world's #2 economy ready to compete as a sporting powerhouse? Traditionally, athletes in sports like table tennis and gymnastics have pulled in the majority of the medals.
I think the existing system of Chinese national sports teams is a proven success. As you can see, there are so many emerging Olympic and world champions every year. This shows the Chinese sports system is a very successful channel.
But after China's massive medal win 4 years ago, China has spent more time and money on efforts to broaden its sports culture. Experts say this, coupled with its fierce nationalism, will help secure China a spot on the international sporting superstage.
Achieving success in the international competitions is definitely a wonderful way of showing patriotism and a great form of patriotism itself. Politically, it must be valued and used. I believe the sport's nationalism will exist forever.
Still, coaches are quick to temper expectations for London. How well their athletes do this time will depend on a number of variables, including the loss of home turf advantage, the time differences, and strange food.
And now to entertainment news. And we had an idea that the Avengers would earn more than $1 billion in ticket sales globally, but we just didn't think it would happen in just 19 days. The action film starring the mightiest comic book heroes continues to break records to become the first in the cinematic history to ring up more than $100 million on a second weekend. And it makes perfect sense that the studios are looking to produce a sequel to the Marvel flick. 电影《复仇者联盟》的票房一直刷新纪录，全球上映19天就扫进了10亿美元，就连在台湾的票房都破新台币5亿元。
The Avengers, the smash hit movie about Marvel superheroes who team up to save the Earth, crushed competitors for a second weekend with a record $103 million in U.S. and Canadian ticket sales and was poised to top the $1 billion worldwide mark, according to studio estimates released on Sunday. After posting the highest domestic box office debut in history last weekend, Avengers set another record by easily topping the $75.6 million mark Avatar pulled in during its second weekend in 2009, making Avengers the first movie to exceed $100 million in its second weekend. The film has now racked up a staggering $629 million internationally since opening overseas on April 25th, positioning itself to break the $1 billion threshold after just 19 days. The big-budget 3D flick, the first of Hollywood's lucrative summer season, unites Iron Man, Black Widow, Captain America, and other Marvel comic book heroes in a fight against a villain determined to destroy the planet. Disney announced this week that it's planning an Avengers sequel. Meanwhile, the film easily overwhelmed the new horror comedy Dark Shadows, which pulled in an estimated $28.8 million from Friday through Sunday. The latest collaboration between actor Johnny Depp and director Tim Burton, Dark Shadows is based on a TV soap opera that ran from 1966 to 1971. In the film, Depp plays a vampire who returns to his home to help protect his dysfunctional descendants. Michelle Pfeiffer and Helena Bonham Carter also star. In third place, the romantic comedy Think Like a Man grossed $6.3 million during its fourth weekend in theaters.
What's going on?
And that's it for this edition. I am Louisa Lee, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Meanwhile, stay with CTS for the latest weather update and for more top stories.